Look how big your eyeballs are.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing March's speed reviews. So you know what that means. We have 5 products that I have been trying out for the entire month of March, and we are going to speed review all of them. You guys know the way that I format these videos is basically like I start with my least favorite product to my most favorite product of the month. It just makes me happier to end these videos on a happy note. So let's go ahead and get started. The first product that we're going to talk about isn't a product that I necessarily hated per se. It's just, it's not the best in its category. And that is the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I have this in the shade Medium 1 Neutral. This shade range tends to go a little bit light. So even with a medium neutral, which usually for me I'm oh yeah, that's probably a good summer shade for me, this is very, very light. As you can tell by my under eyes, everything is very, very brightened today. This concealer has really, really nice coverage. It does a decent job of hiding any dark circles that you might have. But the problem with this is that I don't necessarily feel like this is completely it's supposed to be a butter silk concealer, but it does kind of crease around the fine lines. This is actually freshly applied makeup. This is not makeup that I've had on my face all day long, and you can literally see just some of these, it looks a little crepey, it looks a little heavy underneath the eyes, and so I don't know if it's because this shade is so light that that's why that's happening, but it's not my favorite concealer. I just think that there are so many other concealers out there that I like more. If you are interested in that, I did film a video recently that kind of talked about all of the best concealers that I have right now. I'll link that down below if you're interested, but this one just didn't really it didn't impress me that much. The next product is a tubing mascara. This is from the brand Blinc. It is called the UltraVolume Tubing Mascara. It's supposed to give you full and fluffy lashes with highly buildable volume and length and a natural matte finish. Ultra long wearing, tiny water resistant tubes form around lashes that cannot run, smudge, clump, or flake, even if you cry, sweat, or rub your eyes. I am really sad about this mascara because I generally find with tubing mascaras that they never seem to be volumizing enough for me. They do a pretty good job lengthening, but I can never get the volume and the separation of my lashes the way that I want. When I first tried this, I thought that I had discovered the magic formula. I was okay, I love how my lashes look. They look long, they look separated. Even now in the camera, I love how they look. But the problem with this tubing mascara is that it is not sweat resistant. It is not long wearing. This thing smudges, and I tried it so many different ways because I wanted to see. I was okay, this can't be right. It's a tubing mascara. There's no way that it's smudging on me. And so I literally wore this one day when I had nothing else on my face, and I still wound up with the little raccoon eyes underneath, and I was really, really bummed because I really wanted to like this mascara, but it's not long wear, which is the whole point of having a tubing mascara, is that it's easy to remove, but that it's long wear. And so I was very disappointed in this mascara because I love how it looks. This is one that I would probably keep on my vanity just because I love the way that my lashes look, so I might continue to use it while I'm filming, but this is not one that I would wear for working out, for a long day. This is, yeah, not a long wear formula for me. The next product is from Anastasia. This is their Dipbrow Gel, and I have this in the shade Taupe. This is too light of a shade for me. As you can tell, my eyebrows are straight up gray. This is actually a product that I have tried before. Medium brown is actually my perfect shade, but this is just what was sent in my Ipsy box, so I was okay, I'll just stick with this one and show you guys kind of what it looks like. This is a product I would recommend to people who do not have laminated brows. I don't like it for laminated brows, mostly just because I do think that the formula it's a little bit more on the wet side, and so sometimes when you have your brows, when they're laminated, they're already very malleable, and so for me, I wind up just getting a bunch of goop all over my eyebrows. You can probably kind of see that if we can focus in here. really quick on my brows. Like, they look okay, but it just looks, it's a little gloopy, it's a little messy, but this is a fantastic brow gel that I would highly recommend if you have normal brows that are not laminated. It's going to give your brows that volume, it's gonna give some of that definition, it's gonna hold them in place, it's gonna add color. Like, all of the above is really lovely. I just think with laminated brows, this just kind of turned into a bit of a kind of messy. Moving on to the next product. This is from Iconic London. This is their Precision Duo Contour Pot. And I have this in the shade Tan. It's 2 products in one. I'll show you guys. There's the cream on the bottom, which you can see I used quite a bit of already. And then on the second part of it, or in the top compartment here, here is the powder that goes along with it, so you can easily just set down that cream contour. Now, something that you probably picked up on was how difficult it was for me to open this thing. This thing is just, I like struggle with it every single morning, which is really too bad because the product on the inside is beautiful. This is an amazing contour product. Like, it literally makes you look like you have beautiful cheekbones. The undertone of this is perfect. It's not too gray to the point where you look kind of dead. It's not warm to the point where you're like, it's too red toned. It's literally like the perfect contour shade. And then the powder that goes on top of it where you can set your contour is also so beautiful. Very silky, goes onto the skin without skipping at all, just sets down that cream contour beautifully. It is literally the only thing I'm wearing today. I'm not even wearing any bronzer because I like this so much. I literally just use blush to warm up my complexion and let this kind of do its magic. So I absolutely would go out and purchase this. One more thing though is that I do love how small it is because it is very easy to travel with. I'm literally planning on bringing this with me over the weekend when I go snowboarding again because it's so tiny. So travel friendly. I love it. And the last product of the month is my new favorite eyeshadow palette that I will be recommending to literally everybody on planet Earth, because this is the easiest eyeshadow palette to work with, and it's also the most versatile. So let's take a look. This is from MALLY Beauty. This is their Best Dressed Lids. It's basically 14 matte and shimmer eyeshadows. You can go neutral, you can go bold, you can literally do any look with this. So if you are new to the makeup game, if you are new to the eyeshadow game, this is literally the palette that I would recommend you purchase because you can create an infinite amount of looks literally with these 14. So you can see here that you've got all of the like pink tones here, right? Where it's going to be really easy to create that very like flirty, very like Valentine's Day oriented look. You can get into all of the different neutrals, like you have your standard gold here, you have your bright champagne if you need to brighten things up. Like, this is all super beautiful. And then you have your jewel tones right here with this beautiful olive green, which is what I'm wearing today. And then this turquoise shade that looks beautiful as definition. This is literally what I have as my liner and underneath my eye, kind of just smoking out all of the shadow. And then this awesome like purpley shade that just also is really special because the shimmer is just slightly different, but you can deepen it up and create like a really intense smoky eye if you want. And then the best part about this palette, okay, yes, like the whole pigmentation thing is wonderful. The whole like it lasts all day long thing is also fantastic. But do you notice how this palette literally looks like I haven't touched it? This is the cleanest palette of all time. Literally, like, I will jab my brush in here. There's no kick up. There's no like weird fluffing in the pan, and it literally just looks, it looks clean. I love this palette so much. You cannot go wrong with any of the shades in here. Everything works really well. If you are an expert level eyeshadow person, like, this is going to impress you just because of the pigmentation. If you're new and a beginner and you just want to do like a one shadow look, like one color look, you can easily achieve that with this palette. Like, I honestly just, yeah, this is probably going to be my new go-to travel palette just because of how versatile it is and how like, I don't know, it's just no stress. Would highly recommend. If you have not checked out MALLY Beauty's eyeshadow palette, particularly the Best Dressed Lids, I can't say that I've tried any of her other eyeshadow palettes, so I don't know. But this one is, yeah. If anyone is like, oh, what eyeshadow palette should I get? I'm gonna be like, Best Dressed Lids, MALLY Beauty. And that pretty much wraps up this video. Hopefully you found this review helpful. Again, if you are looking for two products that you might want to try out, I would highly recommend the Iconic London Contour Pot Duo and then also the Mally Beauty Best Dressed Lids. Like, these two products made my month's Ipsy cost totally worth it. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.